And we're live.
Badoo.
Hello,
hello.
Hello.
That's exciting.
Let's
Oh yeah. So we're a little.
off center. That's good enough.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
good enough.
Yeah.
I think Ben just
If
really far.
Ben could scoot in,
I'm just fucking large, all right?
we
I'm
could
sorry.
get.
That'll do.
Hold on, wait, hold on. We're fixing framing.
That'll do.
No. There you go. All right. Cool.
Better.
Perfect.
All right. Sweet.
You
Perfection.
can see your man jewelry.
So anyway.
It's fine.
So welcome to.
Man jewelry.
The bolo.
It's
the,
very
the
pretty.
turquoise bolo.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Peeps.
We're working on it.
This is Northern Knives Live with the NK crew and Ben, who is also slowly becoming part of the NK crew.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's part of the Av crew.
He's the app crew.
Yeah.
So we have a guest from Avenue.
Yeah. Also, the Nunez
I'm
bike.
a charity case.
Yes. Yeah. So we got a late start because we were watching the Nunez fight, the fucking UFC, and if you haven't seen it,
You should watch it.
Watch that shit. It was a good fight.
Yes.
I
I
will
called round
be-
2 and I was so off.
I will be typing super slow, new keyboard. Nice.
Keebs? Is that what it means? Keebs?
I type super slow even with old keyboards.
Yes, he has the tried and true hunt and peck.
Yes, but I hunt and peck with but I did this.
You can do it quick though, man.
Yeah.
You can do it quick
I know.
on thing. It's possible.
You know, it's like I'm fucking pushing 50. You think I'd take a typing
You
class?
are not pushing 50.
Well, I'm over 40.
Yeah, but
That's
you're
not the
pushing
same
50.
thing. That's not the same thing.
I don't care.
You're barely over
It's
40.
the same. No, I'm just kidding.
Where did the
I got it over here.
He
Oh.
stole it.
Oh yeah.
you stole the
Okay.
Bourbon.
So anyway, we're gonna bullshit for a while. We're mostly gonna answer questions because we generally try to come up with topics, but we don't get to them.
We also have Mike's new favorite knife here.
Oh, and that'll come out,
Later? Now?
well, whenever Mike wants it to.
I've got it here. in my
Oh,
hand.
Glory has it. Oh my God. I
It
thought
shouldn't
Mike had it.
exist. It's an abomination to the knife roll
Should we let
gods.
people guess what it is?
I mean, you all should know because I feel like every week people
Every
talk
week
about
we
it.
got to talk about this goddamn thing.
Hey,
So-
Will.
What is it you think that we've gotten Mike that he'll absolutely loathe and get his goat?
Like one guess.
Has his name on it. It's so pretty.
Oh my goodness.
Wrist and pocket check all around. All right.
Oh, wrist and pocket check. Oh,
Does
okay.
personal
I'll start-
check count? Because I don't
I've
have
got
pockets.
a
Yeah, it counts.
I've got a
Oh,
buck.
this is new since last time we've done a fucking pocket dump.
I've got a
Yeah.
buck 112, which is the new fancy S30 version with micarta scales.
And the
Someone
funkiest
got it right.
effing clip you've ever seen in your
No.
life.
Yeah.
I have a much
What is, I don't
sought
know the point
after.
is that.
I got a much sought after Northern Knives ballpoint pen.
Oh, we get so many people asking us for these. Can I have this? Yeah, you can have this. That's why we buy them.
I've got a Tough Rider mini click in tumbled copper, which is now polished copper because I carry it. I have
Holy shit, this is getting serious.
I got a Tango flipper,
All right, Lori. All right.
Okay,
and then I have a mid 70s Series 5 Seiko auto mechanical watch.
vintage, which is respectable. That's nice.
Yeah, it still glows in the dark, which makes me worry that I'm going to die from cancer.
Should I go next since Lori's
Yeah, let's just
apparently
go in order
fucking
around the
busy?
table. That's fine.
All right, so I am back to a bailout with the aluminum scales.
The good one.
I missed my bailout quite a bit. I ditched my ZT, which I did fine. So I got the bailout. Then I still have. Jesus Christ, Lori. So I still have the.
Oh, this all bring out.
I still have a Direct Delta. What is this? Is 1T. So it's the double-edged black blade attached to hardware. I still have the same old pen. Wrist check is it's a 7 Friday, which is new to me, which I kind of am starting to dig, and it's come up in conversation a couple of times off camera.
It's
but
a really cool watch.
it is. I only own one other square watch.
Is that
I
a
don't know.
jump
Square
hour?
watches are weird, but
You know, it's
It's,
a Bell and Ross, though, isn't it?
What's up?
Your other one's Bell and Ross, though. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
my other
So
one's a
that's
Bell and
fine.
Ross. Yeah, but what I like about it is it's all hours on the outside, it's minutes on the inside, seconds on the inner inside. So it all spins in a different direction. It looks kind of cool.
So it's a
and
modified jump power watch.
I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
If you carried a purse, then you would probably have a.
Okay, so
souvenir, too.
let's so for the rest of the hour, we're gonna talk about the shit that Lori
Yep.
busted out.
What do you got there, Lori?
Lori probably has a sword in there too. Yeah, she probably does.
I have my William Henry carbon fiber ZP189 wave Damascus with its case. I have my little Utix 80 or 70 Damascus carbon fiber top, one of their signature series. I have a Great Eastern. I don't remember what model this is, but it's a little grape.
That's
knife.
with the purple jig bone. I remember
Yep.
that one.
The grape knife. Is what we
Yeah,
wrote.
I like that knife. That's a
I
nice
have
knife.
my Ultratech that I Cerakoted and engraved by myself. I have an old Lone Wolf Cheyenne in S30.
Ooh,
G10.
Lone
Now-
Wolf Cheyenne.
Then
Look at
the Benchmade
I should start carrying my
Fugitive.
Diablo again. I
Now
do miss a Lone
extinct.
Wolf.
I have my limited edition Benchmade Mini Griptilian M390.
M390.
I have my William Henry titanium pen. I have my newly reacquired Benchmade 765 Cerakoted and anodized.
Which we sent your last one in for warranty and it was lost.
It disappeared somewhere.
So, and here's the interesting thing about that story is we sent it in the same box as another customer's knife for warranty, and the customer's knife showed up unmolested, and we got it back. But somehow Lori's 765 didn't show up, and we
Disappeared.
never got it back.
There's some trickery in that there.
And I have an Arnaud Bernard Warthog keychain for.
I have one of
eBay.
those. God, I need to find that. I really miss this keychain.
That is such
That's
a
it.
beautiful pile of death.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, let's stick them all on the table.
Ah!
What are you
All right.
carrying, Alistair?
Alistair?
I
What
mean,
do you-
I don't really care to follow that, but I suppose I have to.
I
What do
I'm
you
glad I
pack
went
in?
first.
I need a broom.
I got this guy, Tierra Madam. Used to be so hot. Now it's, it's still pretty hot.
It's pretty cute.
Oh, you
And then I also
used to
have
be pretty hot.
Humble
Protect
brag.
Malibu, which is so hot right now.
Wee!
That's
That's
a good one.
that's on the list for our next static video, non-live stream video.
Yeah,
That's
it
on the
is
list to do.
Warncliffe, it is sweet. And then as far as my wrist check, I keep checking him, and I don't have a watch on today.
My watch is in for
There's
repair right
nothing.
now.
No,
so-
wait. He has a Bon Marcier chronograph upstairs in his drawer, which I think is a badass watch, and I'm fucking into watches. And I think it's badass. He's like, yeah, I guess it's okay. It's like it's
It's just-
okay. Like I don't understand why you don't have more respect for that watch.
I
That's a
do. I
badass
should
watch.
wear that more.
It's
I should wear
white
that more.
face. It's
Yeah.
chronograph.
It
It's
is
got
a
a
nice
brown leather band. It's nice.
It's alligator band.
Oh,
All right.
sorry.
So-
Shit.
It's not genuine pigskin.
No. Dang it.
All right, Ben.
I'm not as fancy as these guys, but I do have my classic Buck 110 here. A good friend of mine in Denali gave this to me. I love this knife. I keep it. If it's wintertime and I got a coat on, this is in the pocket at all times. And then I got my newly acquired
Woo!
turquoise
Turquoise.
Microtech Ultratech TE. So,
Are you
yeah.
sure
and
that's
then
not
I've got my
Robin's Egg blue?
$12
Oh.
Amazon bolo tie here.
The bolo tie counts as the
And,
wrist check.
It does. I feel claustrophobic if something is around my wrist. I love watches, but I can't.
Man,
I
gotta be
can't
around
do
the
it.
neck, not the wrist.
So I'm trying this out. Hell, I've got a Monte Cristo Nicaragua series Toro
That's the
cigar.
wrist check.
That's the
So
wrist check.
Zach,
this
you
is
know.
my bling for the moment.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one right here.
Hold on, are we getting behind?
Fancy.
God, Aaron.
Fancy.
That Aaron, he gets me. That Hansel so hot right now. He knows.
That's-
He knows.
He's so
If
hot
Lori
right now.
hits you with the purse, will you need to see a doctor? Yeah, probably.
Maybe. Maybe.
Crooked River over 110. I think that's personal preference.
I don't know. I would say that's fair, but I love the story that
Classic.
this knife carries with Ben, and that's what makes it such an awesome knife.
Yeah.
It's a classic, you know.
It
Yeah,
is.
well, I mean,
And it reminds me of some good people. It was just a random, unexpected.
well,
guest
that's like,
on the video.
isn't that the Mini 14 that you got from the guy up in
that was
Denali?
essentially a bar tip. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd known this guy for years, and you
I've
provided
made him-
service for him for
I've
so
made
many
him
years. He
dozens
never
of-
tipped you.
Yeah, dozens of pizzas, poured him dozens of drinks, hung out and stuff. He never $1. But as soon as I got into firearms, he's like, oh, let's go shoot. And he popped his hatchback. There's like 4 or 5 different long barrel firearms out there. And he's like, oh, just shoot them all and pick your favorite one. And I was geeking out on this Mini 14. So yeah.
So that's how Ben acquired a Mini 14.
Yeah, it's
which I would forego
like a 90s
year's
range
worth of
rifle.
pizza tips and bartending tips.
Yeah,
if someone would just hand me a Mini
it's worth
14.
it. It's sexy. I love it. It's one of my favorite. I'll never get rid of it. I love it.
Apparently, Ben, you look like Drew McIntyre's little brother.
Hmm.
I don't know who that is, but
McIntyre? McIntyre. Oh, wait. I can look over here.
McIntyre, McIntrees.
McIntrees.
Well, now one has to do the research.
All right.
We gotta look
Kellen,
at
I'm upstairs at the door with beer.
is the door locked? Should
Is he
I,
really?
I did lock the door.
Oh,
I can go. I'll go. I'm here.
look how desperate we all need beer. We're running off. Jesus Christ, really? All right. No one is armed tonight. Timothy, the reason why is
Here's Drew making.
so normally we are armed, but none of us
All right.
carry
Look, he is
anything
older, bro.
loaded
Well, wait on some of those
while we're
pictures.
drinking.
I'll take
So
it.
I was gonna hold on, I should have
I'm
clicked
like
on
his old
that.
fat uncle, I guess.
Sorry, I don't know how to use Dakota's fucking trackball. All right, so no, we're
yeah.
not armed tonight because we're drinking, and so we
Law
don't
says.
generally carry since it's quite a significant felony.
Can you guys talk about the 3DK heat treat process? Does the steel come heat treated prior, and you work it, or do you grind and send off for heat treat? That's 2 different questions depending on the level of what we do. But generally, the rule of thumb is never work it heat treated. It's just a waste of perishables. There's a lot of local guys who decide they want to make these custom ulus, and so they buy these giant saw blades, and then they have them cut out, and then they bring them into us, and they're like, "Hey, can you put the grinds on there?" But they're already heat treated, so it is an ungodly amount of work, and it chews up a lot of materials. It chews up a lot of belts and everything. So working it heat treated is, I mean, anybody who works it heat treated, I don't know, motherfucker, go back to YouTube because you were doing it back asswards. So generally, no, we don't work anything heat treated. It's worked first, and so you leave a pretty substantial edge on the end. Otherwise, you get what's called baconing. So, like if you leave a really thin edge, you do your final grinds, and then you heat treat it. You get a bacon edge. It'll warp in the heat, especially the steels we use. M390, LMAX. It's 2100, 2200 degrees. So you have to do all the work first. So then you do your initial grinds, then you heat treat, then you do what you call your final grinds, which makes everything sharp and fancy and everything. I hope that answers that question. With the kitchen knives we recently didn't we eat up a few belts just sharpening those?
Yes.
Oh yes, and Jesus Christ, we had to heat treat
3 times.
We did 3 heat treats with those because not all of them made it through the heat treat straight. So then you got to reheat treat, and then you got to reheat treat. But every time you do that, you're eating up carbon. So you have to make sure every time you do a reheat treat, we have to make sure and rock weld them to make sure we're not eating up more carbon than is required for them to hold a good edge. So when it's real thin and long, it's difficult, but Macs are generally thick enough. We're all right with it. But working on heat treated steel is, I mean, they're, like I said, the Ulu guys that bring us in stuff, and they think that they're doing all the work, but really we're doing all the hard work because we're grinding on shit that's already been heat treated. It's a chore. Okay.
Then we also have a little bit of an explanation here. Drew, last name pronounced McIntyre, is a WWE superstar, 6'5"
Ben
tall,
is
from
far
Scotland.
From a WWE
Oh.
superstar. No
It
offense,
does
Ben.
look a little bit like the Undertaker, though.
A little bit. I guess.
Zach is
I'll take
bringing it
though.
up.
Thank you. I guess
Good
it's a
call
thank you.
regarding guns. Yeah, we don't like felonies.
Although there are many guns in the building, we just don't tend to carry them while we're drinking on camera. It seems like a really good way to incriminate yourself.
Yeah.
Pay no heed to the peanut gallery. Yeah, in previous video we had talked about eating up belts with 110, but the thing is that 110 is just a bitch to work with.
And
It was
110 and
A110
125.
S110.
S110.
K110 and S110 are both quite difficult to work with.
Especially heat treated. And well, and there's even S125. We have quite a bit of it, but the reason we don't use it is even in an annealed state, it does more damage to our expendables than like K110 would in an annealed state. You know what I mean? Like K110 heat treated and S125 in an annealed state do about the same amount of damage. So we have, in fact, I think it was S125 has 7 times the abrasion resistance as S30 does in the same state, which is why, you know, it's like you can make S30 blades and they eat up some belts and they eat up that kind of shit. And S125 does 7 times the damage, still not heat treated. Neither one is heat treated. It's just that much harder.
So Mike hates S35 because it's no better than S30.
No, I hate S125 because it is worse than S30.
Oh, really? Tell us all about that.
And it is more expensive.
Oh, no way.
Wait,
Is it?
they advertise that it's easier to sharpen.
Oh.
That just means it's easier to dull.
But you
I mean,
don't
okay,
like S30
my
too?
logic there is wrong. Please explain it to me. I would like to understand.
So what about this?
The knife that we were just talking about.
It's a good thing I got a piss. Hold on a second.
So some of you were correct. It is JG10 and S35.
I don't know what the model is.
It's a Civivi Elementum.
Elementa.
Where's it made?
China.
China?
China.
All right.
Gina.
So
Yeah, you
All
do
right.
the G, hard
so
G.
I feel like I should just out of respect, I feel like I should carry this,
You should.
but I feel like it should be up for a limited amount of time, and I feel like I should get something for carrying this fucking thing.
Oh, this is great. Chris Reeve has left the chat.
That's-
In more ways than one.
as she should.
If you get that joke, that's a really good one. That's a really good one.
What are you guys going to be using the gimbal for? Random videos.
Oh, somebody watched the gimbal video.
Yeah.
The thing.
I wonder why there were 10 views. Who the fuck watched the gimbal?
Yeah,
I
was like,
watched it. I'm not gonna
I was
lie.
like,
I watched it.
I was like, when I did this live, I was like, am I in it? I hope not. I did something stupid if I
We were
am.
watching at home, and you were in it, and you were just like, "Do you want to see Cat tomorrow?" And I was talking to Lizard, and Lizard was at home, and she was like, "Where's Lori?"
Well,
She was like, "What the hell's going on?"
well, I didn't realize what he was doing, so I was like back on the laser and had like headphones in, and Dakota comes back and he says something, and it's just me like a grumpy asshole, and I just turn around, take my headphones, and I was like, "What? What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm just filming with the gimbal." I was like, "What? I'm sorry. What is that?" He's like, "Never mind."
And I was like,
Did you just
you
leave?
did it live? He's like, yeah, I told you. I was like, this is the thing you put
That was very
in. I
sad.
had to go through it. And just,
Sorry about that. I didn't realize what was going on, but.
Yeah, we're going to be doing random snapshots in the shop throughout the month. Mainly not me, because I'm not here. It'll be Alistair and Ben and Lori and Mike, if he can figure out how to work the thing. And
whoa. Mike is way more technical than I am.
yeah, but Mike also doesn't like doing live things.
I don't either. Have you? When was the last time you did a live video?
You do all sorts of Instagram-y things.
Is my face in it?
Oh, okay, fair
We'll
enough.
get it sorted.
Okay, we'll
It's,
figure it out.
it's for cool new things in the shop
The
that we
dogs-
want to
Hold on,
show.
wait. How's
That's it.
How's Mike's back? Asking about my back. Oh no, wait.
Better.
Sorry, did we skip?
Now we did the gimbal to.
How's S30V?
Do you hate S30V?
Not
too?
as much.
Oh no, I like S30V.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I think S30V
It's
has
affordable.
well, and I think it has better edge retention than S35, which is my whole gripe with S35. I got no problem with S30 and even the development of the S line. I like everything in the S line. My problem with S35 is that they claim specifically that it's easier to sharpen, which makes it easier to dull, and they charge M390 prices for it.
Yeah.
We don't even need that fucking iPad.
I wasn't the one who did it.
But they charge. So the problem is, so like N690, K110, S30V all cost the same price. LMAX, M390, those are all upper tier prices. S35 falls into that upper tier, and they fully admit that it doesn't have as good edge retention as S30. That's my gripe. So whether or not people like it or not, that's cool. I mean, like what you like. I get it. Every steel has a purpose. Every steel has a use. Not my cup of tea. It's just more fun to dick with it than it is to not.
So
I mean,
I'm curious about
Look at that.
S45.
Yeah, that's what we need to get
easier.
at.
I really am interested in
Yeah.
S45 for that reason.
So
I don't
other-
have a vendetta against S35. And if S45 is really that badass, I'm on board.
So is Chris Reed the only one that's using it
As
currently?
far as I know.
Spyderco, right?
In
Spyderco getting S45?
Yeah, they've done a pair of two.
That
and
goes in the
S45.
table really
mean,
well.
It does.
Yeah. All right.
Is
Brian
anyone-
Dwayne.
Is anyone else?
Chris Reeve has left the chat. I still think that's funny.
That's
as
so
fuck.
funny. Yeah.
Brian Dwayne here. Hey, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Wow. Glad to see this. I will tune in more often.
So,
What's up from Kentucky?
Brian used to live here, and we made a knife. And by we, I mean Don made a knife for his dad. It was the biggest buoy hand, like stag handle or moose antler handle I've ever seen. It was, I don't know, Mike, you saw it.
Oh, Dwayne's
Yeah.
dad's.
It was like
Oh
this
my
big.
god.
It was huge K110 giant buoy, and it had this
Cool.
big old handle on it that fit no one's hand but his dad's. And there's a picture of his dad holding it. He's just like holding this knife. It's
Did the
horrifying.
knife look normal in his hands?
It did. It looked so
Oh,
normal.
sweet Jesus.
Aaron's killing me right now. He's killing me.
Lex,
There we
should
go.
we-
I thought
S69? I mean,
I thought-
S69 is always better.
I thought S35 was supposed to be less corrosive.
I think it is, and so is S45. But I mean, S30, like how
Yes.
how rust prone is S30 really?
And then Spyderco has already done
S66.
S45.
Yeah, that's what I said.
S69 is awesome.
It
Yes, it
is.
is.
He doesn't even know what
Should I-
S69 is.
Can I
Do you
can
know
I go
what
back?
S69 is?
Can I go?
Yeah.
Can I? It's just a little bit better than S420. Hold on, wait. I want to go back to Zach. Zach asked about my back.
He did. He did.
I appreciate it. Hold on. I'm gonna. So.
Oh god.
Can we?
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Right. So I had surgery. So I was supposed to have two sutures, and I woke up with 6, which was not part of the plan. But apparently I had a lot of random bone fragments in there, and they had to cut away part of my vertebrae, which is not anything I agreed to, but I feel better. Thank you very much, Zach. Which is one of the things that has pushed out my work schedule just a bit.
S666VN.
Nice.
We got it.
Nice.
We saw it. And I don't think we have a picture of
The mark of the
Brian's
blade.
dad's
The mark of the
knife anymore, so yes.
Yeah, if you could send us a picture of that
Yeah,
massive
Brian, that'd
knife
be sweet.
in your dad's massive mitts, that'd
Thanks
be
for
great.
keeping in touch, Brian.
Yeah. Is he still Brian? You still down in Seward?
No, he's in Kentucky.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
He
about
moved
that.
back. And his adorable little girl who's probably or
That
Great
the
teenager.
handle on that knife, it was bigger than
I just
fucking beer
skipped right
can.
over Aaron's comment. That's my dude right there. What are you doing?
Hey, Aaron. Love you, Alistair.
Kissy, kissy.
Kissy, kissy. S420.
Lori, check your phone.
Nice.
we
Nice.
still friends. Oh, we're friends. Oh, there we go.
Oh, come on. It's a nice knife.
That's all right. I
It's
do.
a bit-
I do need a new bookmark.
It's definitely a knife. There's no getting around
Look
that.
at this snap.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, there it is. Oh my god. Okay, somehow can we show this without it being
We
ridiculous?
can get it close to the camera.
No, just
Look at
send
his
it.
hand.
That is a much better picture.
I know.
email
Look
it-
at that fucking picture.
Email it to admin. I can throw it up.
You don't want to put it in front of the camera right
No,
now?
just email it to admin. I can throw it up.
He'll throw it up. He'll figure it
All
out.
right.
All right.
All right.
That was, I mean, by far the largest buoy I think that's ever come out of this shop. Like it was, I mean, the barrel on it, just the handle was, it was bigger than this beer can. It wasn't quite as big as like the glass, but it was bigger than this beer can.
That's
And he's like, "Oh, my dad, he's got big old mitts. He's a giant dude."
and he's like 6'2".
No,
Like,
no,
that's
no.
way too big.
We showed him this piece. Did he bring in the piece of handle? Or we showed him the
He
piece of
brought
handle.
it.
He brought
I
it
think
in,
he
and we're
brought it
like, "Are you sure? Like, this is huge." And he's like, "Oh yeah, no." He gave it to his dad, and his dad's like, "This is the biggest one they had."
Oh my god. Chad, god damn it.
Okay,
Here's the
Chad.
picture.
We'll send you pics. Can we give everyone his like email address so they can send him giant pics?
Let's just give out his phone number.
Yes, put Chad's phone number right on there.
But yeah, I feel like this is the antithesis of everything you like in the knife community.
There's a lot of things about
the
that knife I
opposite of
really
everything.
dislike.
Okay.
What's wrong with the clear fiberglass plastic?
There's no color to it.
I mean, if you have to ask.
I enjoy JG10 first of all, so everybody knows I actually really like it. So
Did you just take the clip off?
Mike,
No, I'm just checking the durability.
you just broke the clip.
It'll be fine.
What clip wouldn't do that? I'll tell you that though. What clip would not do that?
No, let's find out. Hold on.
No,
my
you're gonna
God.
ruin it, Mike. No.
See that?
Aha, see?
Fair enough.
See?
Fair enough.
All right. It takes significantly more effort, but it's possible.
You just broke your clip off.
Well, yeah, but we have like 400.
It's
of
for the
these.
purpose of science, too. So.
Well, you just made that into a bipod.
This one hurt my fingers. That one barely
Well, it's
registered.
pretty, yeah.
That's got the breaker in the back too.
Yeah, that's true. See?
Well,
See?
there you
See?
go.
All right.
Please, you guys, don't touch any of my knives. Please, God, no.
I won't hurt it.
Let me see your William Henry real quick.
There is no clip on my lid.
Oh,
It's on
man.
you.
I meant the pen.
Go ahead. I can replace that.
Okay, all G10 is jade before they dye it, but that doesn't make all G10 jade G10 after the fact. So this is jade G10, and where's another G10 knife on the table?
Well,
Nowhere?
that's like, what is it? What do they call it? Stella Artois is whale beer. So not all animals in the ocean are whales, but all whales are in the ocean. So not all douchebags, not all douchebags drink Stella, but everybody that drinks Stella is a douchebag. Does that translate?
It does, but like, look, this is G10, but that's not jade. It started as jade, but it is not jade currently. That doesn't make this jade G10.
So it evolved.
Yeah,
It got better with time.
I don't want to say better.
Like a fine wine.
It may have evolved, but didn't necessarily get better. It's all,
Well,
What? Okay, show me. Wait. I want an example of evolution backwards. Then is that
Well,
what the Darwin Awards is?
we're
The
talking about
Ig
knives.
Nobels?
We're talking about knives, Mike. Okay, we're talking about knives.
I do know in the industry, I work in, we use G10 a lot as a phenolic resin as an insulator. And the thing is that it doesn't come colored. If you get colored resin, which is G10,
I thought
it's
that was
more-
Westinghouse micarta comes uncolored, which is kind of a base tan color,
yeah, but
or even a whitish.
G10 is still
Sharpening
used
is
in
saying
electronics and a bunch of other
G10
stuff as an
Oh,
insulator.
because I moved the conversation over to micarta when you weren't.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes
Yeah.
sense. My bad.
So
Yeah.
the thing is that the
Right.
cheaper G10
Exactly.
doesn't come colored, and that's what they generally use as
Yeah,
insulators.
jade
And then the
G10.
colored stuff is what they
Yeah.
generally
Too.
use for like art.
So he, yeah,
Mike's a secret hater
yeah.
How many conversations do we have now? Chad, you want us?
At least 3. Chad's not
The
even
main
here,
one
guys.
I know,
Guys.
because Chad was sitting over there earlier, so I was trying to make that joke.
Let's see here. Are Benchmade knives worth the price
Yes.
tag that comes with
Sometimes.
them? Is the pricing fair? I'd like to hear what y'all think.
What a question to unpack, everybody.
No shit.
What
There's
a question to
There are a
unpack.
lot of points to be made in that. So, my first inclination is since 2018, that is getting hard to answer. Pre 2018, you wouldn't believe the warranty you're getting. So, as long as you don't lose it, you're never replacing a knife. So, is spending $145 on a nice full-size grip that as long as you don't lose it, you'll never have to replace for the rest of your life? Is that unreasonable? I would think no. But if you're spending $255 on a carbon, or $295 on a carbon fiber bug out, that is
255.
pushing some. Is it 255 or 295?
255.
I just watched the video earlier. I should have fucking known that.
So I started at Benchmade in.
What about the MPR? Like
Okay.
the micro pocket rocket.
Well, I
Terrible.
love
That
Pocket
thing-
Rocket.
Price-wise,
that bitch went over like a lead balloon with the Benchmade community.
Well, I bought one, so
you
Well,
got one at a discount.
No, but
price.
no one needs to know that.
but you appreciate the rarity and the complexity of it.
Yeah,
But
sure.
the average
You're
buyer
right.
is not gonna be
for-
like,
yeah, you're right.
I'm getting a knife this
Yeah,
big for $345 fucking dollars. They're not gonna care about that.
Sure.
But so many people don't understand the how much value a good warranty adds to a knife. You know what I mean? It's
You also have to pick what knife you want, because you can't just be like, well, I'm going to buy this knife and expect to get everything with it. You can buy a $200 knife on either spectrum. So you could buy, let's see, what is there?
You can buy a Spyderco military and it costs you $149. You feel like you get a deal, but then they're not going to fucking warranty it.
Yeah.
And so, but if you'd have spent $249 on it and they'd have warranted that bitch for the next 30 years, you might feel like you got your money out of it.
For a very long time, I justified Benchmade, even the price. Like, I haven't always got deals on them, but you know, like they're excellent knives. Obviously, no one's disputing that. There's a new policy in place, which I feel like people should know about.
Yes, you should tell them about that.
Which is they kind of amended their blade replacement policy, which for the longest time, it was $30 for a satin blade or $40 for a coated blade, regardless of the steel.
Yeah.
If you get a damaged steel blade, it's not coated, you want to replace it, $30.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, they're charging like it's a percentage of the price of the knife.
Okay.
For the blade replacement, and it's still kind of murky with them. They're not like releasing a lot of details.
Well, I mean, but how unreasonable is it? Like, I mean,
It's
are you
unreasonable.
paying?
It's unreasonable.
It is.
Yeah. So like,
so you're paying like what, like $75 for a bug out blade?
You're paying like $90 for a standard 940 blade. Is about the only metric I have to.
Chris Reeve was charging $150 for an S35 Sebenza blade, which I think is wholly unwarranted.
It absolutely is. And that's the thing, though. You're spending, $400 to $700 for a Sebenza, right?
Let's say four on the low side.
On the low
to
side,
be reasonable with
right? But like, you buy a Benchmade for like a 940 is what, like 187 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can take that knife and you can sharpen it, you can use it, you can do anything you want with it, and by the time you get down to a little toothpick, it's $30. And you know, there you go.
You
It like
but
that makes Benchmade's yours for life.
Well, but the thing is, though, that stands alone in the warranty community as ridiculously cheap. Ask any other knife company to replace a blade, and they are no less than 4 times that amount. I mean, if you send a Microtech back to Microtech and ask for a replacement blade, they're going to charge you at least $100, probably $120, probably $130. Whereas Benchmade's going to do it for $30.
But that's the point, though. That's why you can justify spending, $300 on a new bug out.
Okay,
right?
so well, then what if this is part of a greater plan to where their prices don't increase quite so much year after year?
I hope that's the case.
Because they can absorb some of that cost.
I hope that's the case, but I highly doubt it.
Well, I mean, wouldn't that be the way you would want to go? If you want to reduce costs, then let's reduce something on the back end. Okay, so if you need replacement, a little bit more expensive on the back end, but that is a very small percentage of the.
Yeah.
You're giggling, so I'm going to stop.
Sorry, no, I have my phone out.
No, okay. Dwayne, give us a fucking couple of minutes to get some thoughts out.
Any experience with Spy 27? Thoughts? I think it Rockwelled really well.
It Rockwelled like shit.
Yeah.
It Rockwelled like fucking mid high 50s, like 57.
It's like sub S30-ish, but
it did not Rockwell well, but it's easy to sharpen.
Yeah.
So hey, get yourself some S35.
By the way, Hollywood Tactical wants you to know that Stella Artois is a fantastic beer.
I'm sure it is. I have ordered it many times, but I always ask, can I get it not in the Stella glass, please? So I just don't have to look like that guy. I'm not saying it's not a good beer. I'm just saying
you don't want to be that guy.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. It's like, I really like BMWs, but driving it around says something about you.
Weren't you just talking about getting a BMW?
I'm looking at a fucking M6. Yes, I am. And I really am looking at an M6. And
Thursday, he's like,
they seem so fun. I think my exact words when I came in and talked to Laura, I go, I'm thinking about going full douchebag and getting a fucking M6.
Along that,
looks like God's Gun and Auto Incorporated had a Benchmade. He found and got in a trade for $20. Trashed it, mailed it in. Brand new knife came back.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
There, like I said, I mean, Benchmade's warranty. I don't know what's going on with this certain change, but I mean, can you think of anybody that has a more rock solid warranty? Anybody? Oh, well, okay, but only because we saw their warranty and decided to.
Chris Reeve is joining the chat.
Well, see you later.
Let's see here. Kershaw and ZT is cheap. Buck is cheap. Microtech map just went up.
I mean, it always is going to.
Well, I mean, maps go up every year.
Yeah.
Oh my God! People who drink Stella out of Stella glasses probably want their birthday song at Red Robin.
Hey, everyone, look at me. Oh, I gotta move this. That's the other one.
Keep out 7811. I'm a big Benchmade fanboy, but that new carbon fiber bug out has me questioning things. I'm glad Mike had the same thought.
I don't know. That has me like not questioning things. I feel like that bug out. It's not something I would question.
What's the steel it comes in?
S90.
It's not too bad.
Carbon fiber 255.
How
You
much-
look at the 940.
how much was it?
255. The 940-1's 272. Seems pretty.
Yeah, it feels like they could probably do a little bit more cost cutting on that, though.
I don't.
In comparison
It's
to their
less
other
than the
lines.
Osborne and the Nakamura S90 version.
That's how Europeans drink Pilsner lager beers. Only English and American drink ales, old-style beers, aka alt beer.
English
In those
people are
straight pint
Europeans,
glasses.
contrary to popular belief. So
Yeah. I mean, Europeans see English as the English see us. So,
fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough.
You ain't cool unless you pee your pants. I have no clue what
Hey.
concept, what context that's in, but
Oh,
Billy
well,
all right.
Yeah, Billy Madison.
What do you guys think of the idea of a tiny knife in the style of the amok? I think it'd be funny as it'd be an antithesis of what the amok is. It'd be for opening
Like-
boxes and mail and other things.
Would it still have a strike saw on the back?
A little tiny strike saw, like that tiny Bushmaster
The Tom
upstairs.
Brown Tracker.
Yeah,
Or the
Oh, yeah.
the Bushmaster,
no, the
Buckmaster,
Buckmaster.
like an amok, but
Serves no
little
purpose.
tiny Buckmaster, and you just use it to like stab squirrels.
Kellen, no one likes to knock them
You
around.
had somebody ask for sharpened spine on the amok.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Really?
Strike rod.
Yeah.
We accommodated. It's good.
It's all quiet down here.
Yes, it is.
You left.
We're just waiting for you, Mike.
Sorry.
We're just waiting for you, man.
Oh yeah, we're waiting for the obnoxious one to get back.
Where's that big Bowie? Did you send it to me?
I did. I emailed it to you.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So this is gonna be fun.
Oh, all right. Well,
Memento por favors.
well, this is
Where'd
weird.
we go?
Are we still on? Do we
Hello,
know- is that-
Google.
Hello. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Hello. I guess we're back. All right. What should we talk about while he's gone?
Will loves his 535-3, which is great because it's a great knife. So
My suspension is on its way.
there you go.
Nice.
There you go.
All right.
And my tires.
Is that all we got? All right. What okay. So, so Lori just bought a four-door Wrangler. So what are you doing? You doing 35s like you did in the last one?
35 KO2s, 2.5 inch.
KO2s,
Fox shocks. 2-inch
remote
wheel
reservoirs,
spacers.
remote reservoirs, or
Dude, I don't actually off road.
I know. You're gonna get a, it's a mall cruiser,
I'll
right?
admit But it's bigger.
Unfortunately, it's in a format that we can't display.
Oh, all right. Well,
So
shit.
the tech guy can't figure
So we're
it out.
going back to the
All right.
phone with the picture to show everybody. Then is that?
All right. So
No?
bring it up on the phone. We'll hold it up to the camera so it won't focus, and this will be really bad.
Focus, bring it up.
All right. Let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, we'll low tech this for you.
Hold on.
Really apologize.
Hey, if they really want to see the Bowie, that's all right. That's the way to do it.
Oh shit! This is slipping.
Oh, perfect.
Ah, it's
There you
focused.
go.
Look at that.
Yeah, real donkey dick of a knife. It is.
Just because it is doesn't mean we'd all fucking phrase it that way.
How did the final conclusion of the firefighters' melted knife go?
Amazing.
Oh,
It's orange and white.
I was amazed there was enough carbon in it to re-heat treat it. And we Rockwell tested it afterwards, came right back to fucking 60. That thing went fucking amazing. It went so well, he brought in his ZT to have you Cerakote it to match with orange scales, white blade, white liners. And as soon as he brought it back, it was like, hey, Lori, will you Cerakote this too? She's like, God damn it.
I mean, that poor 0308 never saw it coming.
You'll never lose it.
He won't.
Do we have a video on that new bug out? Yes, we do. It's coming out
This week?
Monday.
Oh.
Monday morning.
Oh, yeah, it comes up in a moment. Oh, yeah, that's the one where I spilled my drink on it.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
it. That video's coming out.
Most of it.
Okay.
Unadulterated.
It's only
unfiltered.
no, it's only like it would have been 10 minutes long, but I spilled my drink on the whole mat.
It was funny. It was funny. You're like,
I
you're
couldn't
like,
stop laughing.
if anything else, this would just be a 5-minute video, and then you spilled your drink at 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, and I just like, oh well, psh, and just dumped it the whole thing, and I just couldn't
God.
stop. And then Lori was just like She just left.
I went to go get paper towels.
Let's see here. Brian says he carries a K-bar TDI in his belt
It's a good
as
knife.
a belly
Oh yeah,
knife.
TDI. Oh,
Yeah.
is Brian a cop?
A belly knife.
Yep, City Cop.
Oh,
How did you know?
because he carries a
Brian.
fucking TDI.
Let's see here. Courtesy flush for the knife. I guarantee. Yeah, that's pretty much true. What do you guys think about the COVID-19 bill? Don't you get yourself kicked out of YouTube?
I don't know anything about that.
Not
Oh wait, like
Bye-bye.
the new $1.9 trillion bill that was just passed.
I don't know anything about
We're
that.
not-
I mean,
Nope.
it passed this afternoon.
Nope. Just no.
Yeah, no is probably the best.
I have personal opinions. Text me
There you go.
and I'll let you know.
Are Chinese knives affected by the tariffs like GPUs have been?
Yes.
Yes, they are. There's a 25%
Well, I mean-
steel tax on finished steel goods from China.
No, it's not Chinese necessarily. It's out of country. So like our M390, our LMAX, our N690, our K110, it's all subject to a 27% tax, which we did not pass on to the customer. We absorbed that cost, and we kept all of our knives the same price. Whether or not Chinese, this and that, I don't know, because we don't deal with anything Chinese. We deal with only American and European parts. So I don't know, but I know that tax, yeah, it definitely affected us.
It doesn't
we
seem like
pay-
there was a big price hike in Chinese-made knives either.
Oh, like Kershaw.
Well, I mean, but there's a massive profit margin built into all of them. So I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, a Chinese knife that costs you $4 and you sell it for $480. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not gonna really affect you all that much. Maybe it's an over exaggeration, but
What do you guys think of Medford's S35 heat treat?
I
No
haven't
comment?
owned enough Medfords to know how the heat treat is, so
No
I
comment.
sold enough Medfords to know how it
I mean,
is.
Maddie would be a better
You know what I
person
mean?
to do
yeah,
that.
we should.
Uh,
Maddie really does not have a. Maddie really does not have a problem with it. And if I were to trust anybody on cut tests, it'd be Maddie.
Cut
He's
test.
got
for
enough
sure.
fingers to
Oh
prove
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I
Yeah.
mean, he's got all the scars to
Yeah.
prove it too.
Yeah.
But Maddie seems to really dig it. And if Maddie digs it, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I mean, do I really need to reiterate what I think about S35? It doesn't matter at this point. But
You hate it.
but I trust Maddie. And if Maddie likes it, then I like it.
And Medford wouldn't have the following they did if it wasn't
Exactly.
solid.
And their
Yeah.
D2 heat treat,
It's
which I do
on
have.
point.
I
Yeah.
do have experience with that, and their fucking D2 heat treat is on fucking
Yeah.
point.
Then again, their Artica was just ridiculous.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but it's
saying
a
the
monster.
heat treat. That's the knife itself. That knife is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, it's like the original D2 heat treat on the bone collector, the Benchmade bone collectors. That D2 heat treat was fucking on point.
Okay, one, business owners don't actually get a lot of time off. Two, if I break it, I have to fix it myself. And three, I mean, just
A comment.
if I took my Jeep off-roading. Plus,
He-
4 doors are not meant
Someone's
to go
saying that
off-roading.
she needs to bullet line the underside and just fucking send it.
Oh, it's a commuter.
It's a 4-door.
Yeah.
I mean, you can off-road a 4-door, but it's time, money, and it's a 4-door.
Yeah.
Why?
I
There's- I have
can
two-door at
definitely
home
vouch
that
for the
I could-
time part.
Try to convince.
Hey, if anybody's interested, I got a Toyota FJ Cruiser for sale, and it's very well taken care of by the foremost FJ Toyota expert in this town, and my wife drives it, so it's never once seen off road, and it's got Bilstein 3-stage leveling kit on it, and it clears a standard garage by 3/4 of an inch.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
It's
right
as
there.
high as you can get it because it's on 34s, and it clears a standard garage by 3/4 of an inch. And if you're interested, it's for sale.
Are you still designing, back to topic, are you guys still designing blades from the book series? I think the book series is still inventing blades from the shop.
They're still using.
he's including stuff that we design. Or we
Yeah,
make.
yeah. So there was out of everything in the book series, there's only one we never actually made. It's called the Scorn, and I think it's in.
No, if you're
It's in. I'm pretty sure it's in. I'm pretty sure it's in day 0. The score, and we never actually made that. But as far as I mean, if he'll put it in a bit, if he'll put it in a book, we'll make it for sure. I mean,
after the bug outs.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on S45? We don't really have a lot of experience with it besides that
Not
one
yet.
We
Benchmade
don't.
fillet.
I have
We didn't use it,
no
though.
experience with it
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm really interested. Which is the only thing that really put me out about us parting ways with Reeve, is that I was really interested in the S45. But you know what? I mean, I still watch Meat Eater. I still listen to Ranella's podcast, and he has that S45 Meat Crafter. Maybe I'll try that instead.
Let's see here. Any thoughts on cold steel being sold? Missed last month.
Probably.
I don't know. I think people are overblowing it a little bit. Like everyone thinks their
It's
quality
such a massive company.
Is
Does it really matter that it's been sold to a different
I don't
person at
think
this
so.
point? I mean, they're gigantic. I mean,
Yeah.
their catalog is it's a goddamn Sears catalog. I mean, you could put little kids on it so they can reach the table.
or pedal.
Do you want to hunt boars with
With the
spears?
pedals.
Do you want a sword you can go into medieval combat
Or you
with?
could just beat pigs with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, I have some pretty
Beat
cool
big.
cold steel stuff. So
Yeah.
just saying.
I hate
they're
to
gonna be
nag. I hate to nag, but spaced out bug out.
We are working as fast as the laser will run.
Hold on. I have got to own up to our manufacturers were a little late on delivery, which pushed us back, and that's no excuse. And I don't mean to make that a big thing, but also I'm recently out of back surgery, so I've been coming in. Lori specifically would not let me come in and work. I've been trying to, but I've been coming in and getting some shit knocked out. I knocked out 32. I think I knocked out 32 titanium scales today, but I showed up late, and then I had to stop obviously to do this. But we are busting ass. I didn't expect that back surgery would fall in the middle of this project. I apologize. I'm doing what I can, but I'm kind of drugged up a lot, so I got to make sure not to fall over and
He thought he was going back to work that day, and I texted his wife and was like,
I really
Mike's
tried.
not allowed to come back. And she's like, well, I took a couple days off, and I was like, well, he needs to come back tomorrow. She's
Yeah.
like, I don't think that he should. So
I-
we were told he had a 5 weight limit restriction, and we were going to put obstacles in his way so he couldn't actually get anywhere in the shop, and he just had to go home.
Yeah. So they put me on. I'm supposed to have 12 weeks of no work, which I don't know that it's possible for me to do. So I'm on about. I did including my 2 days off. So I did 5 weeks of no work, including and then my 2 days off, which makes a week. And
5
then
days.
5 days that I normally would be working, and then 2 days I would normally be off. So I took a week off, and then so I've slowly been coming back in
Takes time.
and trying to get stuff done. But I'm doing what I can. I am sorry I didn't plan it this way. Maybe I should have had some forethought, but I'm trying not to have massive back problems for the rest of my fucking life. I hope that's all right.
Looks like
We know who you are. It's
God Guns and Auto said Chugach Custom Gunworks is the ID he's using, but
Yep.
that's not him.
Yeah.
we know.
Looks like Hollywood Tactical saying that after Cold Steel was bought by the hedge fund Front, they immediately laid off everyone in Ventura, California.
I
So-
did not know that.
No shit.
I thought what his initial question was not so much like the state of the company, but more like what we thought the state of the knives moving forward would be.
Oh,
Well, would that push? I mean, that push if they are discontinuing a lot of Ventura, California, that would push the majority of the production to Taiwan, and then the secondary majority to China.
Yeah, but wasn't the majority?
But are they
really in
making
Taiwan?
anything in the U.S. outside of Ventura?
That's the thing. I'm not, I guess, really sure the specifics, but most of their skis are in Taiwan, I think, at this point anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as the quality of the knives go, I don't think it's really going to be affected at all. Obviously, that's terrible, right? But that's not really what I thought the initial question was.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's see here. D-Truth, what up? What up? Knife Nuts.
What up?
Night
What up?
Knutes? Is that someone else else's name?
If Crispal made a new PM steel, what features would you guys like to see? Wear
I don't
resistance,
think I've
toughness,
caught up with
stainless?
what they have out right now.
Crucible.
Yeah. They've got crew wear. They've got
Honestly, crew wear seems like the
Ouster?
new hot shit.
A new like paramilitary steel? Is that what that is?
Or Max
Yeah.
or Maximate.
I mean,
Who makes
there's so many
Maximate?
new steels out there.
Maximate's Carpenter, isn't it?
Is it
I think so.
really Carpenter
Yeah,
makes
I think
that?
so.
Good on them.
Yeah,
'Cause
I mean,
they're
correct
2
me
or
if I'm
4
wrong,
P.
somebody,
Is it a
but I thought
variant
it was
of,
Carpenter.
Like,
I don't
crew wear, or are
know.
they trying to compete with
I don't
that?
know,
think
but
so.
good on Carpenter because they're
Yeah.
We
they're
aren't even caught up with this.
their
Yeah.
204P
World.
is a little lackluster, but if they're making Maximate, good on them. Go
That's
with that shit because
excellent
that
steel.
shit's fantastic.
Apparently, it's just incredibly painful to work with, though.
But well, okay. So my answer to if Crucible, you want Crucible to make something else,
Yeah.
bring back S125.
Yeah,
End of
there you go.
discussion.
There you go. Yeah.
Toughest shit they've
Yeah.
ever made. They stopped
See,
making
yeah,
it
sure.
because it was fucking up their equipment.
Yeah.
That's how I want to steal.
And that's
I want
Maximate.
it so
That's
tough
Maximate. Yeah.
that it's fucking up their equipment.
Let's see here. Norvin says Z-Wear. Let's see here. Nathaniel says BBB. Hey, so Better Business Bureau.
Hey, Better Business Bureau.
Yeah. I want to try SOG's new OTF. They have an OTF now.
SOG is making a hard push into US SKUs.
Okay.
Hard push into
They
US
started that like
SKUs.
2 years ago.
Yeah, and they got some really cool stuff coming out. They really do. No experience with their OTFs yet, but a lot of their US SKUs, they're doing a good job. It seems like I think they're doing a better job than Hogue is doing.
Really?
And Hogue is pushing hard, and even Hogue's coming out with new OTF. Hogue's pushing hard into the US SKUs. Well, with that, because they had a lot of that Elishewitz design, which I like Elishewitz design,
Yeah.
but it's all 154 CM across the board. It's ugh.
Classic
Outside
Elishewitz
Yeah.
right there.
What's up?
Out of sign or lost.
How to sign a loss?
Out of sign, yeah.
Oh, shit.
By
Really?
decision.
The new Rattle OTF. The no Rattle OTF. Yeah.
So just like
Big
Big
round
round
bear.
Hey.
Yeah.
Not,
Comments are
not
starting to
Better
become
Business
confusing. I apologize, guys. So about that JG10.
Where'd I put that thing? Oh, there it is.
That's right there.
It's the one without a clip.
Yeah, I mean, you broke the clip off of it. You broke the clip off that one. Now it's just like a.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a good bottle
Wait, do you
opener.
have your OTF on you right now?
You're up.
Yeah.
Are you gonna break the clip off?
No, just
Yeah.
can shake it around a little bit.
Closed.
I guess there's a little bit of rattle.
Closed they are.
Well,
I
Yeah.
feel like
Wait.
all of them are gonna.
That's not an OTF.
I mean, but the
Oh,
thing is
wait.
like,
Can we get mine?
but people,
Obviously
yeah, you
superior.
won't
but people bring that up a lot. They're like, oh, I don't know what rattles a lot. It's like, okay, if it were a zero tolerance fit, it wouldn't actually come out
Yeah.
because it would be.
Also the trigger.
Yeah, right. If I do that. Yeah, if you hold the button.
Oh, if you hold the button, it doesn't make any noise.
Right. So no rattle OTF. I mean, I don't
You know, I was not a fan of
That's
Microtech,
sweet.
and then I found out that they made them in turquoise, and now I really
And now
want
you're a
one.
fan.
Who would have thought?
Except that we had a turquoise Halo 5 sat on the shelf for probably 6 months, and then we sold it, and some guy brought it back and traded it back in,
Oh.
and then somebody else bought it, and then they brought it back and went to trade it back in. We're like, sorry, no. We can't have this knife back a third fucking time.
Any experience with the deadlock out the front?
That is
Yeah.
a pretty tight.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Like
That
a tiger?
is tight. No.
I mean, that's a no rattle OTF.
Yeah, that does not wiggle or rattle.
The tolerances
But-
on that thing are super clean, but it's also what?
15.
It's 6 times
It's-
the price of this at
it's-
least.
This
This is
But
under
15.
400.
yeah,
this is
that's
under
true.
400, and it's
That's true.
24
No,
and
it's
some
15.
change.
I think it's 15 or 16.
I thought it was like
I thought
it was been like 15 in 2000.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Either way.
Still, it's too expensive.
For the difference you get, I
It's
would
not,
I
yeah.
would rather spend the money on this. Well,
Uh-oh.
obviously, because I
Yeah.
fucking carry
Brian
it.
here
Yeah.
saying he has a Hinderer designed cryo from Kershaw,
Yeah.
It was free.
and
So-
he really likes it considering he breaks it all the time.
Well, it is a $34 knife.
Yeah, and he's saying he's going to stick with his Benchmade.
He bought his Benchmade here like 7 years ago, 8 years
Clear your
ago.
lungs there.
Jesus.
And I think
All
the
right.
cryo he's had almost as long.
Hmm.
Maybe not quite as long.
Halo are tight.
But he is right. Will's Halo is pretty sweet.
It is
So
pretty sweet.
All right, we're starting to approach the top of the hour here. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask, and we're going to be signing out here in about 5 minutes.
What are you guys feeling about sharpening?
We are good at it.
Sharpen yourself, send out. What do each of you use or like to do? I use her and I use him.
I use me and I use her.
Same. I also do some of mine at home on a stone
Mm,
when I'm feeling like it.
I don't.
Masochist.
I don't because I'm fucking lazy.
There are certain knives that deserve a stone.
Mm.
It's working here though. It just kind of is like so killer because it's so easy just to go to the goddamn grinder and get
Well,
I
and people,
know, it is.
well, and people think they're like, oh, well, you put it on the grinder, you're taking away all the steel. It's like
Yeah.
you're taking away the same steel on a stone. You just can't see it
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
so slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not taking away anything more than needs to be taken away. Like if you send your knife, you buy a $380 Miyabi and you send it to the factory. Guess what they're doing? They're sharpening on the same fucking machine we're using upstairs, except you have to send it to Japan first.
Kellen, what do you use?
I use the Baldur. Is that
Baldur.
what-
Baldur.
And?
the bird, the king bird.
Birkin.
That's so close and so far away. That was impressive.
King Burr.
The burger. I used a Burger King
And the Baldur.
and a Balderdash.
Let's see here. Does work sharp count? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, practice on something you hate though,
Yeah.
because work sharps do work, but man, you're gonna have to really practice to not burn the tips off all your shit.
Let's see here. The Hogue compound is pretty sweet for an OTF. They sent me a sample with my last order of overmolded stock. I was slightly impressed.
Hogue
Slightly.
compound?
Is that
Compound.
the Hogue OTF?
Sweet for an OTF? I'm assuming so.
Yeah, for sure. But we don't have a lot of experience with it, although I'm very interested. We tried to start carrying Hogue back in 2015 when I went and talked to
Shot?
Hogue at SHOT Show.
Yeah.
But they really hadn't gotten their knife game together yet. And I won't say exactly how my conversation went with the Hogue rep, but I asked him one simple question that's like, it's bare to nuts, like what every dealer wants to know. And he goes, "What's that?" And I was like, "Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go over to Caltech and talk to them."
Yeah, Jesus.
We've got a question here.
But they have since corrected all of that, and Hogue seems to have a very on point knife situation. We would like to bring them in, just haven't gotten around to it.
What are your favorite fictional edged weapons from books, movies, or art? I think Ben has one from a fantastic French film.
I'm sorry, what? What are you, French film?
Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Oh, fuck,
fucking
yeah,
chain bone sword?
the chain bone sword from Brotherhood of the Wolf. That's pretty hardcore, man.
Wait,
Like, you
isn't
can-
that really shitty 80s movie?
No,
No, it's
really
awesome.
awesome early 2000s French indie film.
All right.
Brotherhood of the Wolf all the way.
Well,
All right.
Conan the Barbarian for me.
oh, I thought you were going to go with Batlift for sure.
No,
I thought
no.
it was going to be Dakota's weapon of choice.
Conan's sword simply because Arnold just looks fantastic with that thing.
Mm.
I feel like my other half would
Free pass.
be able to answer better than me. But he's not here right now, so.
Hey,
I
we just
refrain.
found out that Dakota's bi.
I'm sorry, Arnold's not by. Maybe not $400 worthy, but don't tell them I said that, especially since I don't sell knives and have no idea what.
That's all right, man. I mean, OTFs are not cheap. I mean, $400 for an OTF. I mean, that's not commanding a massive price unless you're building it in China. But if you're building an OTF in America, $400 is. I mean,
It's a little
I'm
on the
cool with
expensive
that.
side.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
for
I mean, I
American-made
understand that's not.
product,
I understand that's not cheap. I'm not fucking Mitch McConnell, and I understand
shit,
that you're not
Microchip makes
retiring
their
on
own
$1,400.
No.
But at $400 out the front, that's kind of par for the course for an American-made OTF, right? I mean,
yeah, that's
sure,
right.
it really is.
That's reasonable. Yeah.
Microtech manufactures their own screws. Like they
Yeah.
to every little detail
Yeah.
is.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
want a budget OTF made in America, the Ultratech is the only way to go.
Mhm.
And it's what? It's high twos.
$279.
Yeah. So and they fluctuate depending on if you want serrations or this and that. So they fluctuate. But still you're easily up around 300 without blinking an eye. And then if you want anything bigger or fancier or nicer machining, you're easily getting into 400. So I don't fault Hogue for that price point, but you got to understand, I mean, if you want to out the front made in America, like that's I mean, you got to pay to play. That's the way it's just going to have to be.
And then Zach has a question for you, Lori. He wants you to teach him the ways of hand
He
sharpening.
can always
more of a
come down.
statement.
Can
And I'm
always
happy
come
to.
down
Yep.
on
I'm
a
here.
slow day.
I'm here.
Slow day. We have those?
Sometimes.
Buster Sword, bunch of Final Fantasy stuff and fancy stuff. Any specific kinds of stones for hand sharpening, Lori?
It depends on the condition of the knife that I get. I mean,
And the steel you're
and
sharpening
the steel.
too.
I mean, I'll start as low as a 220 grit oil stone, and I'll go up as high as like a 6,000 water stone and finish on a ceramic. But it really depends on what I'm trying to achieve in the end. So, I mean, it's just a can of worms when you're asking what stone and what grit.
Well, I mean, okay, so really high-end, nice finished stone. I would say I wouldn't want to go. $6,000 seems pretty good.
Yeah, like,
$8,000 seems a touch overkill. $4,000 seems very adequate. $6,000 seems like it would make a nice finish, sharp. You know what I mean? Like you put the leaf in the water and you can just cut the leaf. That
so I
kind
have
of thing.
a couple of Yanagibas that I sharpen, and I'll start on a 220. I'll go to like a 480, and then I'll move.
But you're doing a full bevel sharpen.
Full face.
Yeah.
Touch the back, and then I'll skip to a 1,000, and that's oil stone. So I'll skip to a 1,000, 6,000 for a water stone, and then after I've done that, I'll touch it on a really fine, nice white ceramic, and I'll come into the shop and I'll buff it really nice on that flat side, and then on the back side, I'll just barely kiss it, and I'll finish it on a strop. So
It's that buffing that really makes the
everything.
difference, though.
Well, and then you like hit it on a strop, and it takes off every little bit that you can, just
Mhm.
like straight razor. So it depends on how far you want to go, and then it just like goes right through.
Well,
to
that's
the-
what people don't understand about like when we sharpen is the buffing is it's like they're like, oh, we buff it. Well, I mean that kind of explains what we does, but it kind of doesn't. Is that it's stropping. It's basically a motorized strop. So we'll get an hour's worth of stropping in 35 seconds.
But you can't just finish the straight razor off on buffing. You have to.
No,
finish
you
it on a strop.
have to go over to the other side of the shop where we have the soft wheel and you get the pink, and then you barely touch it, and then you shave off all the inside parts of your hair on the arm.
Deca or bug out? I don't know what the Deca is.
Hogue Deca.
Yeah, Hodeca.
Also,
bug out.
Hollywood Tactical wants to say that Brotherhood of the Wolf was choreographed by the living legend Donnie Yen.
Was it really?
Oh, no shit.
I love Donnie Yen. I had no,
I got a lot more
if
respect for
that's
that movie
accurate, I had no idea. But it makes sense because there's
I
some
totally believe
superb
it.
action sequences
Oh,
in
yeah.
that movie.
now. I bought an
And
OTF
Monica
for
Bellucci is terribly hot too, so we're just gonna throw that in there.
Monica Bellucci.
Yeah, that's
Woo!
How was
Off-screen
Jericho training?
counseling.
Lori?
Yeah.
Sarah
Yeah.
Coach
Wait,
was
that woman
was
is
the best.
bad.
She
and
was
is
so hot, Mel
always
Gibson
the
made her Jesus' mom.
Jericho training?
It was the best as always. I learned so much more about what I thought I already knew, and I took all of what I had learned 2 years ago and I molded it into a better form of what I'm doing now.
Oh, and she got a plotter.
a vinyl plotter.
She got a vinyl plotter.
Yep, it was training was the best. So I hope to go down like every year, every 18 months, give or take, and learn just like more, because every person that they bring in, they train as a trainer to teach everybody else. They have so many different techniques to learn. So when someone comes in and they learn sharpening from us, Mike teaches them, Alistair does, I do. And so you want to learn everyone's techniques, and learning Cerakoting from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 different people that I've learned
So
in the last couple of years.
Climb the mountain and meet
It's
the senseis.
amazing. It's so much fun. And I look forward to going every time, although I can't.
You want to go again next year?
Yes.
All right.
Traveling on my own is the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever had to do in my life.
Oh,
So-
really? I just get drunk.
No, I
Hey,
can't.
it's travel day.
Oh,
I ain't gonna drive.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna end
I
up
don't
in
even
like
own a car in this state.
Arizona. No, I don't rent a car. I don't go anywhere that I have to make decisions by myself. I like make somebody do it for me, but I love going to class, and the guys down there are the best. We actually texted about the fights, and we.
By the way, hold on, wait. Hollywood Tactical said I just bought an OTF in Chinatown for $8.
Good for
I'm
you.
sure it's a genuine Mike Tech.
How do y'all feel about Raven Tactical OTFs? It's apparently a U.S.
They're
company.
Chinese.
I think they claim Chinese part assembled in
Yeah,
America.
I mean,
Yeah, they are.
It's-
Yeah, and it's all Chinese parts. Just
Denali Tactical.
yeah,
basically.
yeah. It's all Chinese parts assembled in the USA. They claim D2, but we've never really found that to be true and or substantiated according to heat treat. I mean, do
Look
whatever
it.
you want, but
Look at
Last comment in the evening.
M390.
Everyone say your favorite steel at the same time. Let's see what comes out.
okay, who's doing it?
I'm 390. Duh, I already
M390.
said
I
it.
said the same time,
Well,
Lori.
too bad, Alistair.
1, 2, 3,
M390.
S35.
Lightsabers.
Maximate.
What?
Yeah, it's my favorite steel. What?
I'm gonna have to say
Hipster.
K110 or D2.
Big fan of
He's a
Dude,
hipster.
Okay,
oh
he
no, I
is.
do.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
if you're
yes.
talking
Different
high
steels.
carbon, if you're talking high carbon,
M4.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah.
I would literally take
Smelter.
Maxima in any application on any knife.
This is the first knife you've ever owned in Maxima.
Yeah, and
You're
that
now
says
gonna be
something.
like,
And that says something.
It's that good.
It's not good.
The OTF is gold, but I suspect it's not real gold. And on that high note, folks, we're going to bid you adieu.
Thank you,
Thank you
Hollywood
for
Dice
joining us.
guys.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.